Our news summary for this Monday, the 5th of January. Good evening. The Public Utilities Corporation, PUC, says that water restrictions have been lifted on Mahé, but the situation is still the same on Pralin and La Digue. PUC's water distribution manager, Joël Frichot, says restrictions are still in place on these two islands because water levels are still low. After the recent rainfall, Rochon Dam is full and water can now be transferred to Lagog Dam. At the time of the interview, Lagog Dam was 62% full and Rochon Dam was 96% full. Last year, the country faced a serious drought, which forced PUC to introduce water restrictions on Mahé, Pralin, and La Digue. PUC also says that desalinated water is not being used on Mahé right now. It will only be used if there is a water shortage. PUC continues to ask people to collect rainwater at home, especially if there are broken pipes. At the same time, PUC teams are monitoring the system and repairing infrastructure.
So the water situation at the moment is very stable. The frequency of rain we are receiving at the moment it enables us to meet the demand of the public and the networks. Unfortunately, on Palais they're not receiving that much frequency of rain. So at the moment we have our desalination plants in place and operating to help us meet the daily demand on the networks. But also we are also keeping the restriction in place on both Palais and La Digue. Palais and La Digue at the moment they're not receiving that much rain. So we are operating desalination plants to help us meet the demand, and we are also keeping the restriction notice in place. This is as a precaution in the event that we cannot meet the daily demand for the public. At the moment, we are not having any restrictions. We have enough water.
Water on farms remains a challenge for farmers on Pralin. It is good news that the rainy season has finally started towards the end of last month after experiencing several long dry spells since the beginning of the year. Soils are being saturated and rivers are being filled. However, there is no means yet to collect the water for future use. Plan for a gabion at Amitié Pralin has been drafted since 2024 at an initial cost of 700,000 rupees. Since then, amendments were made which increased the cost to 1.2 million rupees. All was approved by mid-2025. Now the Department of Agriculture says it is finalizing arrangements pertaining to the contractor. The project is said to be one of high importance for the department and will have priority in the 2026 budget. As part of their annual commitment towards giving support to the children living at Foyer de la Providence at St. Elizabeth, H. Savvy Insurance gave Christmas gifts and other essential items for the children. Corporate Affairs Manager for H. Savvy, Adrian Notzi, says the company will continue to give their support to the orphanage to ensure that they have everything they need and encourages others to do the same.
We've donated some Christmas gifts, some toys, some cleaning supplies, hygiene products, television set, and among some few other small items which the kids use daily. It's something we do every year, and this time we've had to do it after Christmas, unfortunately, because we had some challenges mobilizing everybody and all the gifts and presents before Christmas. But today we are here. We're glad that everyone was able to come down, and we have more items arriving. What you've seen today is just a sample of what we'll be supplying. We have more goods and products coming, and we aim to continue supporting the orphanage through years to come as H. Savvy Insurance. This forms part of our corporate social responsibility initiatives. We have a number of programs we do support, and this is just one of them. We would strongly encourage individuals and companies, big or small, to support the orphanage. anything counts. The kids need everything the other kids need out living in a normal home outside. This could be stationery, food, toys, educational products, clothes, everything. They need the support, and they can't do it without help from private sector.
And with this, we come to the end of this news summary. At 8, we'll be back with the news in Creole. Have a very pleasant evening.